Hello, citizens. Welcome back to the channel. We are continuing our salvage loop. We did a Hercules last night. Took the salvage contract on it, stripped it of its RMC, and pulled its cargo and its weapons. So I've finally made myself back to New Babbage here. I stopped off at L1 and grabbed the construction material that I had from previous salvage loops. So we're gonna break down the weapons now and then head into the TDD and see what kind of money we made off of this single ship. First, we're gonna have to bring up our fabricator, and we pulled some pretty good size 4 weapons off of it. So we'll see what kind of materials that gives us. The easy way is you could just go to center mass and sell them at center mass, but I like breaking them down. You get more for it, and even though it's only quality 500 for the materials, it doesn't matter. It still ends up netting you more. So where is me fabricator? Where are you? All the way at the bottom? Could it be? Could it be? There it is. Okay, now we'll pull that up. And we'll go into the recycle function of the fabricator. So there are things we can break down. So we have 1, 2, 3. Really, that's it? Only 3 of them? Oh, there's 2 pages. Next page. 2 more. We'll dismantle those. Materials from those that it gives us, and then once we head into the TDD, we can sell each one of those individual materials if they are needed. Sometimes, supply and demand. If they're too full, they have too much. So otherwise, I just keep them here. And then maybe if I make a trip to Orison or something, I'll grab them and load them up and then take them to Orison, because Orison, anything that usually doesn't go here, because obviously there's a large player base that's in this area. Anything that won't sell here always most definitely sells at Orison. Okay, so we're done with the fabricator. We got all the materials from that. Send that down. Let's head into town. I really like the Ironclad because of how much it holds, but if it does happen to have a failure, say the game breaks and kicks me out or boots me or whatever, and I have to log back in, and or like was it 2 sessions ago or last session? Yeah, I think it was last session. I alt F4'd by mistake. I ended up losing everything that was on my moth. So that's okay. That was my own mistake. That's not something that I'm really going to let frustrate me. I mean, even if it was the game's fault. The game is in alpha. We're here. It always befuddles me how mad people get, if the game has a game-breaking bug. Like, that's why we're here. That's why they do Evocati. That's why this game is in an alpha state. Granted, yes, okay, do things get broken? 4.8 was a disaster, it was, but, wait for them to fix it, and then log back in, People act like, oh my god, I had like 2 million on my ship, and I lost it because of a bug. Well, you're going to lose it all anyway. You know, like, do you not remember this is an alpha? So once it hits its 1.0 launch, everything's gone anyway. So just lose it, send in the report so they can investigate, you know, where in the code, what happened, what went wrong, and they can fix it. Because right now, to be honest with you, the main focus for CIG is absolutely, positively, 100% Squadron 42. Like, they are in the very last stages of what they're doing with that for release. You know, and then they'll have their event where they're going to have a lot of content creators and streamers head out and do, you know, a big reveal. And, you know, who knows, they may even announce the release date then. And, you know, there's a lot of things to contend with, you know, to make sure not only just the game is polished, but, you know, we all know that behemoth that is releasing in November called Grand Theft Auto. So, you know, how close do they want to be to that release, or do they want to hold it off until maybe possibly early next year, or get it out prior to it? You know, because I think GTA is in November and the streamer event is in October, and CIG has said multiple times they're not going to do some long drawn out marketing campaign and, you know, things like that, because I honestly believe short and sweet is actually the answer. You know, a couple of weeks marketing, they can hit it, boom, get the game out. You know, like, what are some of the biggest games, like when you watch Gamescom and any show, and immediately they make an announcement, available now, and you're like, holy shit. And what do? You run and you download it and play it. If you know, you check it out and see if you want to, you know, engage with it. And, you know, that's always better to me than, oh yeah, you know, releasing, you know, summer 2027, or, you know, it's just, you know, I know if I have a schedule and a game is like, you know, at an award show or something, and they say, oh, available now. Like, I may not play through the whole game right then and there, but I'm absolutely going to download it and try it. That way it's in my category. And then it's just the next game I can just log on to once I, you know, complete whatever is currently in my library for, you know, what I'm playing. You know, because I'm almost going to be done with Assassin's Creed, and then, you know, that'll open up a slot in my schedule. Plus, I play, you know, Grounded 2 with a really good friend of mine, and, you know, we're waiting for that update to come. So, you know, I'll be on that for, you know, a bit with him. You know, he and I may stream it. I'll see if, you know, he's okay with that. I'm pretty sure he will, because we're, you know, we're gonna do like multi-streams. So, okay. Let's see. Let's go to the Drake Ironclad Assault. So we're at 1.158. So we'll just call it an even 1.1. Be nice if we can clean out the Ironclad and this stuff will ship. It's only, you know, 1 SCU of aluminum, but it was free aluminum, you know. So that, you know, that buys all my ammo. Construction material. 96,000 worth. The 7,000. Like we're going to be able to get rid of all of it. Awesome. We were able to clear out the whole inventory on the Ironclad. Here, let's check New Babbage's inventory and see if we can... See, these are still failing, and I don't know why. See him? These... But we have all these, I believe these are probably gems. Yeah, they're gems. Quality. Okay, so let's head over to the, let's see if we can sell them at the actual, vault. Ah, there we go. Is it?
Hey.
Not protection services. I think it was courier? Do with the courier services? There's a commodity. You know, courier, delivery services. No, that's not it. Intro loop, TDD, intro loop. Planetary services. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Really want suit lockers to come in. That way, you know, I can, you know, store my suit here.
Tell me something good.
And then just wear regular street clothes, you know, because they did just put out that where they're going to have, it's not really, I don't know what kind of armor value it's going to have, but, you know, they're going to have like a John Wick suit. So, you know, when you're in, you know, planetary spaces, you can just wear that.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Gonna go get some noodles later? I'm not saying that just because you're Asian. I really like the noodles here. Okay. I guess not. Select location. It's not. I don't know how to. Don't know how to do that.
Hey there.
It seems like I should just be able to sell it, but then even when I put it in my own personal inventory, I can't sell it. It's I have an idea. I have an idea. Let me see if this is a workaround. Let me see something. This is going to take a minute. You know, bear with me, guys. It's not going to be super exciting gameplay, but I'm going to bring up a storage box, right, from my hangar elevator. Then I'm going to go to my inventory terminal. I'm going to load, see if I can put those gems inside of that box, then put that box on a vehicle cargo grid to see if it's readable, legible, and sellable from there. Because it's been a while where I haven't been able to sell any of my gems or anything, you know, from whether it's the actual inventory of where I'm at or personally in my backpack. Or let me know if you guys, you know, are you having the same thing? It's been, I want to say at least when 4.8 dropped is when it broke. So I don't know if they fixed a conflict in 4.9 that then created, you know, a conflict with being able to sell the gems, because, you know, one thing about bug fixing in games is it's not like if you have a problem, and CIG said this, you know, if you ever watched their developer streams, you know, you could have a problem that, you know, creates a conflict in the game, right? And you think you have the solution for it. You see where it's broken. But that problem creates such a large shadow that it may block out other smaller problems. So once they remove that one problem and they think they have it fixed, well, you know, now all of a sudden they can see, oh, there was maybe 2, maybe 3 other ones that were smaller behind that. So now they're exposed since, you know, that shadow has been taken away of that large bug. So it's definitely a, you know, a tedious process, and, you know, it's just one of those things to where you have to just continuously be diligent. And you know, I'm really glad that CIG, you know, owned up to it, you know, during the developer stream and said, hey guys, look, we messed up. We did. We know it. We know it. And we're going to fix it. And, you know, hopefully they can, you know, spend a couple of patches just working on things to make sure that all the game loops are, you know, functional and working. So it's just, I understand how frustrating it can be for them, because, you know, think about it this way. They, you know, they're wanting to get to a destination, right? So to get to the destination, they're building the car. They're literally building the car. But not only are they just building the car, they're building the road that that car must travel on. So in doing that dual functionality of it, you know, it takes a lot of time to hammer things out. And then not only that, but they're building the systems that are behind that we don't even get to see. You know, like their own debugging processes, you know, and their own transit systems, and reworking things to make sure that they're more efficient. You know, it's not just like, oh, okay, you know, here's point A, here's point B, you know, let's build the car and get there. No, they're building the road too. So that, you know, that's why development is, you know, slower. It's not just like, oh, okay, you know, let's just get in the car and get there. You know, and then that's the only development you have to worry about. Now that, you know, they have to worry about, you know, systems and structures that just are not in games. You know, they are literally creating this engine every step of the way. And you know, hopefully in the long term, it works out. And you know, they can sell this engine. You know, and then there can be, you know, a system out there that is so, like, all-encompassing. I mean, this game just handles so many things. What size do you think we'll need? 2 SCU, maybe? I don't know how much stuff I have. That's a 1, that's a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, Dynaflux. Store all 1s. Do I even have any 2s? It's the ready-made. Monocle. What? I have a hat and monocle? What? Oh, I have a top hat. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fancy? See, that's why I'd like to... Okay. That's cool. The Sorrel 1 SCU. Let's see. Let's see how much we can fit inside of this. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab this sucker and we're going to take it over to our terminal. Set it right here. So we're going to go into this, right? So we're going to go into our box here, and it should be empty. And now let's start chucking stuff in it, right? Nope, can't do that. Okay, so let's go to our local inventory here, and then we'll put our box over here, right? Can't do that. Won't allow us to do that. Why do I hear a ship behind me? You guys hear that? Like somebody was coming into my hangar. Put that away. Okay. So let's look at the terminal then. Am I not close enough to that box? So why won't that move anything? So what if we do it this way, through the actual inventory screen? So let's look at the box now. It's fucking crazy that it... Oh, I can. Oh. So why couldn't I move that? Why couldn't I move? Okay, there might have been a little bit of delay in what the server was reading. I just want to get rid of all of these, because none of them are really good. I mean, that's decent quality, but, I mean, you know, now that I'm getting farther along in the game, you know, I'm not going to just be picking up rando stuff, you know? And then these are, you know, the 500s are obviously from the breaking down of weapons and things with the 500 quality. So we're just going to load this 1SU box up, and then we're going to put it on a ship. See, look at all this 500 quality I have. You know? It's not good for crafting, but, you know, why do I need, you know, why am I holding on to it? Look how many units I have. 55 units. 66, 77, 88, 79. Oh, another stack. Look at this. 29 of it. Look at all that inventory I just freed up. Okay, now. Look inside of this. Inside the box. Yep, it's all in there. It's good to go. So now we will bring a ship up. And Avenger Titan, that'll work. And then we'll throw that box on the Avenger Titan to put it on the grid to see if it's viewable from the grid. and see if that's a workaround on the current inability to sell all this stuff, because it's very frustrating. You know, eventually it's going to work, but you know, until then, this is a valid workaround. Then this is what we'll do. Because I don't know if maybe there's just a conflict with local inventory and personal inventory that isn't allowing it, and then maybe the ship grid will. We'll see. Watch it. It'll drop through the floor or some dumb shit. Stay. Stay. Be good. Boom. On the ship, stored. Let's send the ship down. I mean, even if we can't sell it here because of the supply-demand curve, at least we'll know, and then we can just hop over to, you know, Lorville or Area 18 or Orson and, drink here. To our collection. And we will head back. It'd be really nice if I could sell that stuff and get it out of my inventory. I've been breaking down quite a few weapons and things, and I just haven't been able to sell them. Which is fine. Eventually they'll be sold. Okay, so we did do the sell. What was it? 1.15 million we had, so now we have 1.8. So we made a good chunk of change, you know. Over 600,000, 700,000.
Hi, and welcome to New Babbage.
Ready to upgrade?
Works for me. It's not the fastest way to make money, but it's a game loop that I definitely enjoy. You know, your RMC is definitely the lower of the salvage game loop. You're better off just literally fracturing and then disassembling ships and disintegrate them. It's not only is it faster, but I think the SC per payout is better. I want to say it's like anywhere between 7 and 8 for RMC, but it's, you know, on average 11-ish for the composite.
capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily. Nearing next stop.
It's a nice armor set. I like it. They have a lighter color of it. I like it in a lighter a little more. Yeah, let's see if this works. Be nice if it does. Get rid of all that stuff. I don't think it is, though. I think there's something inherently wrong with the commodities as opposed to cargo. Because gems are a different classification than, you know, like your composite material or rubble. Construction materials. Those the location. See, it shows nothing to sell.
How's that
Interesting.
treating you?
It's not even seeing it here. Let's go back to planetary services. Nope. So right now there is no way to sell that stuff. So I guess I'll just stop breaking down weapons until that's fixed. The cruise lux. Get 3 of those. So I guess we'll just bring up the Titan, remove that cargo container. There's so much material in it. You know, I wonder if an admin might be able to sell it, like L1, maybe?
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
That's an idea. Maybe I should just bring up the Titan with it in there and see if I can go to an admin center.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
See if we can sell it there. And then if the game bugs and crashes. But that's a lot of material. That's a lot of good money right there.
Nearing next stop.
Well, at least we were able to unload all of the cargo that was on the Ironclad itself. That was my main concern. That was a good chunk of change, 600k plus. And at least I know that the persistence of storage on the Ironclad is much more stable than it was. I probably lost. I want to say at least 3 to 4 full loads of, not only the cargo, but also, putting guns and max lifts and things, various spots around the ship and the lockers and the weapon holders and things like that, because I'm really trying to test the viability of a long-term Ironclad base. So it seems to be working much better here in 4.9. I have not lost anything yet. Back. We'll do a quick zip up to L1. And if I can't sell it there, then I'll just store it there. But I'm hoping maybe I can sell it at that admin terminal. I mean, to be honest, I don't even really know if it's a bug that you can't sell it. They may have completely disabled it while they're reworking values within the economy. I mean, that's totally viable too, Okay, it's still here. We're good to go. much more zippy. That's why I like this. This is kind of like my daily commuter, you know, to bounce back and, you know, back and forth between planets or you know, refineries and things like that, you know, because it's so fast and maneuverable, and it's, you know, it's got a near and dear place in my heart. This is the ship that holds my game license to play it. So it's just one of those things. This is basically how I learned how to fly and play the game on, you know, on this ship. All right, Michael 1. I might get a Cutlass Black again. I had one before they had the white, and I really liked that ship for like a daily driver too. Had much more cargo storage area, so you know, I'd be able to zip, you know, refined materials around much quicker if I have to, you know, go to someplace else. I think I'm gonna head to Lorville after this. Stop off at New Deal and see how much they are. Ooh. Yeehaw! This thing rips. There's been something funky going on with this side of the elevator. sometimes it's spawned the void, which is like just it's just if you just run in the elevator, all of a sudden you're just in the ether. Oh, yeah, interstation. Almost forgot what I was doing there. Let's go to the Galleria first. Admin, see if it's even visible. Nope. Doesn't show anything. For sale, nothing for... That sucks. Okay, while we're here, let's get some noodles. You? You know what? I'm still a little hungry. I got a hot dog too. Really pig out here. What do we want? Do we want the breakfast dog, the melty, classic? Let's go with the classic. What's up? Alright, so since that's not saleable, guess we'll take it off the ship and we'll store it here. We'll go do something else. Maybe do an investigation or a mercenary contract or something. Not really into the industrial loot today. So instead of breaking down weapons now, I'll just sell them outright. I don't know how long it's going to be. Hopefully it's fixed by 410. 410 shouldn't be too far away. I know they're... I want to say the middle of August maybe. So that's not too bad. to transfer all the materials. Grisium had night. Yeah. Yeah, it did. No, it didn't. Oh, it stored it all inside the box. Okay. Huh, that's odd. A lot of time, you know, you used to break it all out, so now that means you have the ability to keep SU containers. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I remember, when I used to store boxes, it used to strip its contents and then store it separately. That way it left, you know, an open box for you. That's actually good, because I don't want to load that shit again and go through that whole process of pulling out a box and then bringing it to inventory and then filling it and things like that. So what targets? I don't need anything, so let's go to Lorville. New deal. Gonna be a long ride, guys, so if you want to get yourself a drink, maybe go use the restroom. Like I said, I'm so happy that the NVIDIA broadcast software is working again. I don't know what the conflict was, but I tried everything, uninstalling, reinstalling. There was just something in it that was not... I would have to run it as administrator every time if I wanted to open it just to use it. That way I could use it for OBS. But that got annoying, so I just kind of disabled it and then went with OBS's audio software, which is not even close to, you know, NVIDIA's. So now I have the ability to, you know, leave the TV on in the living room with full volume, and that way my dog, you know, in between his napping sessions can, you know, watch TV. Because, I mean, it sounds crazy, but I literally just put on nature stuff for him, and he'll sit on the couch and lay on the couch and watch fucking birds and squirrels and shit like that. And he's a good boy. He doesn't attack the TV, or, you know, he knows the difference between real life and television. I mean, right now the TV is on full blast, and, you know, the only thing you can hear is my voice. So just to also let you guys know, I'm using the Razer V3 mini microphone. I find it to be really good. It's a really good, inexpensive product. It's small, compact, and fits nicely on the Elgato low-profile arm that I have. So if you want a nice, cheap microphone that I think has really good quality, and you can, you know, tweak it. It's not super complex. It's obviously not as complex as the full RGB Razer microphone, but I didn't want the full. I just wanted the mini. I wanted something nice and small. That way it has a good audio pickup, good directional cancellation. You know, that along with the NVIDIA software, you know, you don't hear any, you know, keyboard and mouse clicks or anything like that. Figure I would keep the cost lower on certain things, especially since, you know, I mean, I only have, what, maybe 23 subscribers or so. You know, I don't get a whole bunch of views. I'm definitely a small streamer. I do it for the fun, so I put the money where it really mattered. So my rig is, it just does shit. And if I get popular and people enjoy my content, then, you know, I'll invest in a higher quality mic. I do have a Insta360 cam, but I don't really, you know, I don't really think people care about my face. I mean, if you do and you want me to turn it on, just let me know. Comment down below. I'll be fine turning it on. It's not like I'm some ugly dude or some shit. I just would rather have people focus on the content than me. My devilishly good looks would be a distraction from the content. Pass out, buddy. Don't pass out. Shields back on. Let's see how much a cutty is. Because then I could do smaller runs. I think that holds like 80 something SCU or cargo, which would be perfect. I mean, you know, that would be like 3 or 4 different runs of you know, doing mining and things like that. Then after it's all refined, I could, you know, just kind of bring it all in. Close. Right there. Look at that. Nice.
Landing gear deployed. Warning, leaving. Safe zone. Warning, leaving. Safe zone.
Ooh, how did I clip that? Good lord. Small hanger. Sorry. Sure. That was weird. I haven't flown this thing in a while. Misjudged that one. Flipped the tip on the tail. now, get out of the ship. Come on. I want to say the Cuddy's like 5 million. So what am I at, like 1.8 now? So I really haven't been focusing on making money. I've just been farting around. I love this game for just a doing nothing, like, but doing something for you, like. Now, I'm not really in a rush to, you know, make a whole bunch of money and do all this stuff because, you know, the game changes so frequently. You know, because as they introduce new content, there's new, you know, new metas and the payouts are higher. Like the refueling missions, they just added a refueling ship, so, you know, you can refuel your buddies or take contracts to refuel other players. And you know, those payouts were crazy. I didn't do any of them, but they were, you know, in the millions per. So, you know, to get people engaged with that content, obviously to help sell the ship, you know, they will bump up that gameplay loop to make sure that, you know, enough testing is going on to it too, you know. Now, plus the nice thing is you know, if a new gameplay loop does come out and you have a ship, say, you know, you did purchase a ship, you know, you can melt it down and then buy the new ship, and you know, so it's not like once you buy a ship, that's it, you're locked in, you have to have it forever. No, you can just melt it down, you get your actual real world dollars back, and then you can go try something else if you want. Oh, I like that helmet. Is that horned? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like that helmet. I'm gonna try. I think I have one of those, but not the color scheme I want. Got it? This way. This way. This is New Deal. This is where you purchase ships with the in-game credits that you earn. And they give you a little showroom here. You can check out what you want to buy, see if you like it. Constellation. Back there. No, big back there. Is that Perseus? Carrick? Still not very familiar with all the ships. It's okay though. There are people that have been playing this game for years. You know, they know what, you know, the Panther through 3.7s, and they know the metas for the guns and things like that. I'm just kind of taking my time, enjoying the game, playing the industrial loops. You know, trying to. May not seem like a big deal, but they added 2 terminals here because there was only 2, and it was a pain in the ass. You would be waiting here, literally just chilling out, sitting on the couch, waiting for other players to finish their purchases. So, what is that? Is it? I think it's a Drake. No. What is the? It might be a Drake. Yeah, Cutlass Black. Oh, it's only 2 million. Oh, so I'm kind of close to that then. Oh, cool. Another 200 and something K, and I'm there. Cuddy Blue. Cuddy Red is expensive. A little more expensive because that's got medical capability in it. I don't know if you guys have watched any of the previous videos or how long you've been subscribed to the channel, but, you know, back before the wipe, I had, you know, couple 100 million. I mean, I even had a 890 jump. Let's go. Let's run through them all. What am I interested in? Do you like this Phoenix? I had this. This was really nice because of the habs that's inside of it. It's more of like a. It's very classy, very cool. It's a good like. I don't know, if you want to RP, and actually live in your ship and have friends over. It's got a, you know, it's got a sauna, or a spa in it, and a whole dining area and seating area and master bedroom with a huge bed and a couple other rooms, and it's a nice ship. I like it. It's the Starfarer. That's right. You know, there's different versions of the constellation. So, you know, you have the Andromeda, the Phoenix, the Kia. And each one suits a different thing. You know, it'll have, you know, higher weaponry, you know, better cargo, or, you know, the luxury version, which is basically a people mover. So I imagine there'll be some kind of quest lines or things like that, gameplay loop, to where, you know, you have to pick up high profile people and then take them to certain destinations. I would think, maybe. You know, a short gameplay loop, but a gameplay loop in its own. Yeah, this is the one I had for 62 million. This thing is absolutely massive. Now that the rock is fixed, I think I might pick one of those up. They're very cheap, but not yet. I mean, I do a lot of hand mining, so I'm not really, you know, and I have an Atlas Geo, so yeah, I think the Cutlass Black is going to be the first one I go for, especially as a nice light. This was the ship that I disassembled to get the 700,000. So I scraped it, pulled its weapons off, and it also had cargo inside of it. It's a Cutlass. Oh, that's the combat version dropship. The Cutlass. Putter. Oh, exploration. So that's probably just an internal hab. Nah. To get you around the verse. Space taxi, basically. It's a snub fighter. I'm eventually going to buy 4 of these and park them inside the Ironclad when I'm not using it for the salvage loop. That way, you know, when the org jumps on, I can transport 4 of these and we can go do combat missions in space. I had a Mark II too. This was good. Except I think I had the Ghost Edition. There's one higher than this. As you can see, there's plenty of ships, you know, to your liking, whatever you would like as far as the look. You know, I love the look of Drake ships. I just think they're very hardline. Guardian MX. That is the one that I want to get as a heavy fighter. That's 7 million, so See, they just added the moth this patch. That's the one that I'm using right now for the salvage loop, the one that's turquoise and orange. It's really good for, you know, fracturing ships and clearing them out, and you make quite a bit of money pretty quickly. So, you know, if you save up your money at 8.4 mil, and then you rapidly start racking up money with that ship. So now we know how Putty Black is pretty inexpensive. It's a little over 2 mil. Trash around.
Aegis combat system activated. Systems green. Launch complete.
Big old Hercules C2 right there trying to land. I did put my gear up. I didn't realize it.
Shields offline.
Yeah, let's see if we got any kind of mercenary stuff we can do or anything here. That one. didn't think that was the right jump point.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel initiated. Quantum
I
travel
wonder if there's going to be a ship
shields online.
mission or. Now let me check my pip. Hey, shields, radar, yes, okay. I had this ship fully kitted out before the wipe, and they took all the componentry and everything out of it, so. I know how capable this ship is, especially when you have this kit on it. I wonder if there's going to be turrets here. I don't think so, since it says defend site, so it should be controlled by friendlies.
Landing gear deployed.
Like a standard bunker. Seeing any enemies outside, there is another Avenger Titan here. Okay, that's not an active player. They must have died.
Engines offline.
Make sure I pool and fill all my mags before we roll. Sure, okay, got all my med pens, everything's good. Did you, oh, you know what, one thing I do want to do though, I want to make sure that that is always on me, and that will. That's cool. Only about 200k, and then I can get the cuddy. So I can do smaller runs. It looks like we got a bunch of friendlies here, which is good. think this is a 3-wave mission, so there'll be 3 separate waves of enemies. See if these guys disappear when it hits 0. They're all here. Okay, good.
Moving up. We're compromised. Hostile. Need to move. I'll cover you. I'm hit. We need to move. Need a refill. Let's go. Lay it down, cover. I'm hit. Friendly hit. Hostile.
Shit. Where did that bastard sneak off to?
Thought you wanted a fight.
Find them. We're under attack! On the move!
Stay here. Can't find him anymore. No! I got hit! I've got you covered! Move! Laying down covering fire! Time to end this.
Laying down cover!
Covering! Where's the medic?
Laying down cover!
Hostiles detected!
I got you covered! It's about to pop off.
Hostiles detected!
It's going down.
Here we go! I'll keep them up on the move! Got a problem!
We've got contact!
One of ours just got cut down.
Come out right now! Don't think it's a bigger issue than it already is.
Advancing!
Go ahead.
I'm pinned down! Where do they go?
Damn it, that hurts.
On the move!
Here comes trouble!
Shit! Contact! it! We lost one! Here, cover!
What are you shooting at, dude? They're all
Out of
dead.
ammo.
We're waiting for the next.
Find anything?
Waiting for the next wave. Chill out, buddy.
Hostiles!
Are those the legs I want? Are those the, I think those might
Shit!
be.
Contact! Hostiles! Who's got a med pen?
So
Laying
that's,
down cover!
What's
Shit!
about to pop
Contact!
I won't
Shit!
rest
Look
right here.
fire!
Move in position. Oh, it's going down.
Got one down!
Shit. We're down
Contact!
one.
Suppressing fire! Laying cover!
Stay still, damn it. Move on. I
Hostiles!
won't
It'll
rest
be
right
better
here.
for the both of us.
Okay, let's do this. You come out now. We'll take it easy on you.
Charge.
Suppressing fire! Replacing!
Shit, missed.
Target's gone. Hunt them down.
Let's go.
Damn it! On the move! Hit!
Move on.
Move!
I won't last long here. Move in
We've
position.
got contact.
Time to end this.
come on, kill these guys. There's some of these guys have equipment I want.
Moving!
Move on. I won't last long here. Move in position.
Shit! Look out!
Be careful, I lost them. Push it. It's going down.
Anybody got eyes? You come out now. We'll take it easy on you. Shit! Look out!
What are you talking about? Shit, look out. They're all dead, dude. Oh my god, really? I knew they put them in the game, but oh my god, that just saved me 100,000 right there. A med gel canister? Those things are 100K to buy. Fingers in here. Nope. One.
Whoever did this could have gone far. Fire them. This is not good.
Pretty cool looking. Duster jacket, we'll take that.
be better for the both of us if you just turn yourself in.
This floor is cleared up. Let's go up. I think it's this way.
Dispatch. There's a body. Still fresh. Gotta see if the pup is still in the area. Found a body.
They gotta change that. That looks just like my Parallax magazine.
We've got to search the area.
Not good.
It'll be better for the both of us if you just turn yourself in. Come out right now.
Ooh, a
Don't
detox
think it's a
pen.
bigger issue than it already is.
Kill a bunch of dudes down here. Always be taking them med pens.
Both of us if you just turn yourself in.
Another plasma grenade. I'm glad those are findable now. They were purchasable last patch, but plasma grenades are they're pretty hardcore.
Right now. Don't think it's a bigger issue than it already is.
See, now technically, since this, you could literally get a crime stat, kill this person, take their armor. Yeah, so if you like that armor look that the other guy was wearing, you could get it, but you're gonna have to do some shady stuff to get it. And depending upon your skill level, are you gonna get out of the situation with the armor? That is the question. You know what I didn't do? Oh, that was the only guy. Why is it not reading both? The other dude's right here. That's odd.
Report. Corpse on site. Starting search for suspect. Shit. Got a corpse. Spread out. Find them.
I definitely like the look of the new dust up set. Nine tail. Ooh, parallax rifle ammo. Parallax rifle ammo. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Plasma grenade.
Let's see if we can't find it.
I think that's about it for loot here.
Ha! Someone's scared.
Really want the gold Defiance legs, and they're so hard to find. I found the other colors, but not the gold. Let's get out of here. Check these last couple boxes. It's a cool jacket. I guess we'll take that. Really haven't been collecting much clothes, but I think I should start.
Walton from Foxwell here. Glad that you're coming on board to lend us a hand. You should have everything you need to get going.
Quantum travel initiated.
This dude down.
Quantum travel complete. Shields online.
Be right back in once that guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get myself a beverage. Some guava juice. Already had my coffee this morning, so. This game did such a great job with volumetric fog, and you know, you can see the condensation building on the windscreen of the ship, and just those things are what make this game just a cut above a lot of the other games that I've played. Oh, look at that. I mean, just blurry vision, can't see through the windscreen properly. So, I'm guessing there might be turrets here? Raining like a motherfucker out here. Or is that snow? Snow. Yep. Not good. Shit. Yeah, let's drop our altitude here. See if we got something we can kind of hide behind. Because those tourists will light us the fuck up. Like, no joke. 2.5 kilometers. Where the fuck can we hide? I mean, that base is going to see me from anywhere. As soon as I get in range, you're just going to be like, oh, hey, what's going on, dude? Here. Shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Landing gear deployed.
I think should be safe behind this molehill here. We'll just creep it on in and then set her down. We'll have to hoof it the rest of the way. Just the footprint as small as possible.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Get chilly out. I wish they would knock down the strength of the turrets. They're a little too beefy. Like they will literally light you up in you know, 6 to 8 seconds. Your ship will be completely destroyed. I mean, maybe I should just buy a small little vehicle to store. Then I could use the Cuddy to run this mission and put some type of a rover in the back. Because I do have a Mariah, I think it's the Pulse it's called. That fucking thing, I swear to God, as soon as you get off of it, it tips to the side. And then if you try to enter it again, all it does is clips you right through the world, and you just fall right through the planet, through the surface of the planet. So it's like, okay. I used that thing like twice. I'm like, yep, no, nope, sorry. I'm going to stick with something four-wheeled. I mean, I guess you could use a dragonfly, too, because they're a little more stable, but... I mean, I could use the nurse and medevac, but, you know, fuck. Ironclad's way too big to be parking out on all this stuff. This is pretty... just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Halfway there. Hopefully we can clear this guy out. Get paid on this contract. So it definitely looks like he's underground in the facility. I don't know how many henchmen he's got hanging out with him. Lightning. Lighting. Daytime? We're getting daytime? Alright. Well, that's a plus. Probably keep a rangefinder on me up too. Can do better spotting. Too bad. Cloud cover again.
Yo.
Yo, what's going on, Mad Dog?
How you doing, bud?
Can't complain. Just out here running a couple missions.
Oh.
Just doing some bounty hunting. Have you had any luck with your cargo missions?
Yeah, they worked again one the other day, the night before last. But, I only did 2, so I don't know if they're, I don't, you know, hopefully. Yeah. But I was starting to do some salvage.
Did you go with the moth?
Yeah, but then I got out of my ship to do the second ship to grab the components, and then I couldn't fly. I couldn't EVA. So
Yep. It was crazy. I was streaming last night, and I was telling chat that's why I keep that Nursa medevac inside of my Ironclad, because if I have no control, at least I can backspace and then respawn in the ship, and then because that is such an annoying bug.
And then now, Alt F4.
It does not return you to the same server. I noted. Yep, does not.
Not only that, it puts you in wherever you were, last station you were at, and then you lose your contracts as well. So you don't save anything. Which that's fine. I mean,
I had a moth build up with probably. Full 96 SCU of salvage, and then I accidentally hit Alt F4, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, I just, stupid mistake. I was trying to take my helmet off. I had no idea why the fuck I hit, you know, F4. But, yep, lost it all.
Yeah. But that was the only saving grace we had for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Alt F4, and now it's gone.
Yeah, that was the fastest way to clear something. If you had any kind of, you know, sticking point where you couldn't do anything, and then you just jump out of the server and jump right back into the same one, but that is no longer it.
Yeah. Which that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's not, Alt F4 is for other stuff does the same thing. So
Exactly. It was never intended, I think, to be that way. Either that, or they're getting ready to roll out something that's gonna combat that, like actual registration of all your weapons and guns and things like that, just like you insure your ship. If they pull out personal item insurance, that'll be good, because it gets tiring if I die and I lose everything, or re-equipping stuff. And
yeah, well, if I die, the only thing I lose is drinks. I don't lose anything else.
Okay, let's do this.
But like cargo, that would be ticket. But that's a whole nother ball game, though, too. Especially like if you're doing contracted cargo, you'll never be able to get that back, because that particular cargo you had was specific to that contract. So I don't know how that's going to work. But like your stuff you store on your ship, that would be nice.
yeah, luckily here in 4.9, I haven't had any issues to where the Ironclad has had faults, and I have it fully loaded with weapons and gear in the lockers and the ships, and it's been working flawless.
Yeah, it's a great ship. And everything was working.
What's going down?
What you talking about, thinking about getting rid of it?
Yeah, you owe me though.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it. It's so useful.
Oh no, it's an awesome ship. For sure.
Oh shit! I'm hit!
Advancing.
Ah, shit! They're under attack!
Threats your way. Thanks for clearing out that contract.
Shit, that hurt. I got you covered! You're really starting to look like this, Leo! They got me! They really got me! I'm pushing! We're taking casualties!
Today just got interested.
I'll cover you! Taking shots!
You got it. Guess we're fighting.
We lost one!
Dude, where is my fucking ammo?
Okay, let's do this.
Did they
Yeah,
fall
we
into
lost
a shot? Where the fuck did they go?
You got it.
We're hit! Oh shit!
Where the hell they go? On the hunt. Okay, let's do this. Moving up. Ah! Ah!
What about us just got cut down? Shit!
On now.
Ah! Repositioning. I'll cover you.
Yeah, we lost one.
Go, go, I got lost one.
Okay, let's do this.
Lost one. Not a problem. Ah, they got me. They really got me. Holy shit. Killed them.
Someone got knocked!
What about us just got you down? Someone just got blasted! Shit! We're down one!
All right. What kind of bounty hunting you doing? The ship combat or individual? Yo. There, bud? Vegas.
Engines online. Launch complete. Shields under fire. Landing gear rejected.
You hear me, bud? Are you muted?
Sorry about that, Mad Dog. I was on phone with my mom. I don't know. Were you saying? What were you saying? No, is it just ambient noise?
Fuel at 25%.
Okay, sorry about that, chat. Mom called. I never deny my mom's phone call. Ever. Don't know if it's an emergency or she just wants to chit chat, but it's not super important, so I just said, hey, I'll give you a call back in a few. Because I'm going to go back here to Microtech, store this stuff, and that's going to be today's session. A very successful session. Let's get into new Babbage here.
Auto travel initiated.
I'm gonna have to hit up that medical facility too, take care of that. Level
Oh,
3.
you say something, bud?
Oh yeah, I was on the phone with my mom and I saw your icon lighting up. I didn't know if you were saying something or it was just ambient noise. For like
Oh,
the
yeah.
past.
Just chatting. Yeah.
Shields online.
Yeah, I wasn't AFK, but I didn't have my headset on. I had my mic turned off. So how you enjoying the salvage loop? It's pretty easy, right? You know, you just go out there, munch some stuff, and then I open up the lower bay, and you know, if I can strip some weapons off of it, and then that's it. Move to the next one.
I just did the one, bud, because the second one I couldn't EVA, so I just quit.
Word to the wise, you can do constellations and below. You can do a Connie. You can munch it and fracture it, and then
Yeah.
I did a Hercules last night, and I stripped it of RMC, took all of its weapons, and I had some pretty good cargo in it. You know, I made what I want to say 700K off of it. So even if it is the larger, like, you know, one of the hull ships with a full cargo grid, and you have something that you can bring out there, even not just to salvage it, but just just to grab the cargo that's in it, it's still
But you
lucrative.
can scrape it. I mean, you don't have to munch it if it's a bigger one, right?
Yeah, yeah, you can scrape it. Yeah, I just used the salvation, that little guy, and strip it of its RMC, and then I take the size 5 cannons on the bottom of the Ironclad, and that's what I use to shoot it and destroy it, and then it clears the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting into some bounty hunting here. I'm enjoying that more. The FPS seems a little more stable. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely better than it was last patch. Now let's see, what do we end up with as far as money here? We got 1.973, so we only got about, what, 50,000 to go. We can get that Cuddy Black. Cool. Alright, let's show the stuff that we got in our inventory here. Send this girl down. Been all weird on me. I'm so glad that I found that right there, that med gel canister, that they added that into the loophole. That is quite the expense, you know, to keep refilling, especially if we're doing, you know, org missions and combat and things versus another org. And some more drinks, a whole bunch of med pens. Excellent. Take a bunch of them and just dip them over here. Go to that one to that one, and then add this one to this one. Or can we just add all? There we go. A little bit of food. A couple different meds. You know what? Let's split. We'll split 3 off. And we'll take 4 and we'll put that in there. We're going to need to get some more. Oh, nope. We're good on ammo, that's for sure. That one's got 25, so let's restock our belt and restock some med pens on us. So we're all good with grenades. Cool. That's a good session. All right. Let's combine all on this. Doing pretty good. I should probably start selling and breaking down some of this armor. I don't really want, you know, I have this that I want. I just want those damn Defiance legs. They're so hard to find. And a large backpack, too. I saw a gold one the other day. I think it was on stream. And, man, it just, you know, dumb luck. Got to come across it to get it, so. Do here. Let's go to the medical facility and heal ourselves here. Get rid of that tier 3 injury. It's crazy there. I kept hitting reload, and it just wasn't putting in a new mag. I backed up into that elevator space. And usually if you bring out a med pen like I did, or, you know, another item and then come back to it, it'll clear it. I don't know why, you know, it gets stuck in some loop. Hopefully they're going to up the server tick rate. That way the server will communicate with your, you know, position and what you're doing at, you know, at a higher polling rate. It'll get rid of some of the rubber banding and instability during the FPS combat and things, and, you know, things like reloading. Mad Dog, have you seen Sins? Has he even been on?
No, I haven't heard from him.
I know he's playing that sand game for a little bit, but I haven't even seen him streaming anything lately.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him.
Or Peanut. But Peanut was moving, I think, right?
No, he stopped playing, I think, because, you know, game was giving him trouble. Like everybody else in here, it's kind of turned into a ghost town. A lot of people are taking breaks from the game.
Yeah, I didn't play quite. I barely played any of 4.8. It was just that was bad. Plus, being new to the game yet, I'm not at that level of frustration that a lot of people, you know, like you've been playing this for what? How long?
Since 2018.
My frustration level isn't quite there.
Yeah, if some of the bugs weren't so game breaking, it'd be different, but they're just absolute dog shit. You know?
Yeah, like right now, I have so many commodities and things to sell, and I just can't sell them. From taking the weapons and putting them in the fabricator, breaking them down, getting the mats. Yeah, I can't sell them anywhere. No matter if they're on me, in my ship, you know, stored in the station. Doesn't matter where I pull them up. I just cannot sell them, and it's pissing me off because I probably have, you know, $2 to $3 million in, you know, just mats sitting around waiting to be sold.
Yeah.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of
Yeah,
disembarking
just like
passengers.
there's a new turret you can put on your
Capsule now
Hornet,
approaching station.
Super Hornet,
Stand clear
that
of disembarking passengers.
makes it size 4, but it's a bespoke Gatling guns, but
The
yeah, I
capsule
can't even get that to
will
work.
station momentarily.
The guns don't show up on the turret. Every little tiny thing that I want to do just seems to not work.
So does it have the turret housing on the top of the ship and you just can't attach the actual guns?
Yeah, they're supposed to come with the turret because they're bespoke weapons. Because you can't take off, you know, you can't separate the weapon from the turret.
Oh, okay, okay. I know what you're talking about on that Hornet. Okay.
Yeah, the top turret. Yeah. But yeah, usually those are size 3, but this turret makes those size 4. So you'll have 2 sets of 4 size 4 and 1 size 3. But there's a bug on it. So.
Nearing next stop.
They fixed the scraping problems they had on the Moth, right? The heads.
Yeah, the heads used when it initially launched, they were super slow, but they're fixed now. But you can replace them anyway. Put some abrades on there, but I don't really do scraping with the Moth, just because you got to move between seats.
Yeah, you just munch it. Yeah, it's the same thing, munching and that, scraping, right? Same Same difference?
No, the RMC that you get is different than the construction material. And to be honest with you, the construction material is worth more. It's like 11,000 per SCU. The RMC is like 7,000, 7,200-ish. So it's definitely more financially viable just to munch them.
Okay.
But the only reason I do the RMC cycle and scrape them is because I keep containers for repairing ships in case I, need to on the Ironclad, since it does repair, refuel, and rearm.
So you use the RMC for the repair stuff, right?
Yep, that way I can have my Ironclad to, keep everything in, top shape.
Hey, I was thinking about maybe moving over to the assault, since I never feel the Ironclad anyway with cargo. Although I think the most I've had in there though was about 1,500 SCU. That's pretty full.
Trying to see if that new rifle is for sale here in New Babbage. Was it the CQ7? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not at New Babbage. It's at Port Tressler.
Okay, because they do sell the ammo here, though.
Yeah.
I guess I'll buy some mags.
Good
There's
purchase.
some mags for it.
Yeah, if you're in Stanton, it's at Lorville, Port Tressler, Everest Harbor, Seraphim Station.
I guess we're going to go to Tressler then, because I want to get my hands on that, try it out. I've been using the Parallax a lot lately.
Will the moth do a mole?
Yes. And you can check the bags to see if the bags have ore. If they do, a lot of times they're empty, but sometimes they do have shit and they're full, and you can just chuck them in the bottom of your moth.
Trying to remember where's the screen for that? It's in the middle, right? Check the bags. Or do you look?
I usually just drop the platform and then I hit it with my multi-tool or tractor beam, and then it'll tell you if it has contents or empty or not.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you can do the. I think you can do the scan from the MFD, and then scan it to see what's in its cargo hold, and I think it'll tell you if it has stuff in the
Capsule
ore
now approaching
bags.
Station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Oh, that dude bought his armor. That is the armor that's on the
Careful, doors
website.
are now closing.
Yep. Looks cool as hell. That's cool as hell, the armor. But I don't know. I make my own look. That is some cool looking shit. Plus it's medium armor, so you don't really get that much defense, damage mitigation from it. Don't forget, too, you can pull those mining heads off of the mole. There's 3 of them there. Then sell them back to Shubin or break them down with your fabricator.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need to do some mining as well to get some
Nearing next stop.
stuff to make components.
It's crazy too, because this wasn't a major patch. It took a lot of my resources and turned them into those fucking fire extinguishers.
Right.
I was getting ready to make a really nice pulverizer, and lost 2 out of the 3 materials.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that is going to do it for me for this session. I just want to say thanks for hanging out. Hope everybody is having a good day. I'm going to go touch some grass, get some stuff done. If you enjoyed the content, think about giving me a like, maybe subscribe if you want to see some more. Until then, I will see everybody in the next one. Bye everybody.